Africa, a continent pulsates with life. The cradle of civilization. From the snow-capped peaks of Kilimanjaro to the lush rainforests of the Congo, its beauty takes your breath away. A vibrant tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions. A people known for their resilience, their warmth, their indomitable spirit. Africa holds within it the promise of greatness, a sleeping giant waiting to awaken. Yet a shadow falls upon this land. Invisible chains bind its potential. Forces unseen by many work tirelessly to keep Africa tethered to a narrative of poverty and despair. These forces operate in the shadows, their agenda masked by a veil of aid and development. But the truth, like a lion's roar, cannot be silenced forever. The time has come to unmask the secret society against Africa. Who are these architects of Africa's misfortune? They are the remnants of a colonial past, the multinational corporations seeking only profit, and the global financial institutions that thrive on debt and dependency. They are the vultures circling a continent of immense wealth, their beaks dripping with the blood of exploitation. Their tactics are as old as time itself. Divide and conquer. They pit brother against brother, tribe against tribe, nation against nation. They fuel conflicts, prop up dictators, and silence dissenting voices. Their aim? To maintain control, to keep Africa fragmented and weak, easy prey for their insatiable greed. Africa is rich, abundantly so. Diamonds sparkle in the earth. Oil flows beneath the soil. Precious minerals, essential for the modern world, lie buried within its depths. Yet Africa remains a continent paradoxically plagued by poverty. How can this be? The answer lies in the exploitative practices of the secret society. They extract Africa's resources at rock-bottom prices, leaving behind environmental devastation and shattered communities. They ship these resources overseas, process them, and sell them back to Africa at exorbitant rates. This is not trade, it is theft, a modern-day plunder that keeps Africa trapped in a cycle of poverty. Section 4. Puppeteers of Power. Look closely at the political landscape of many African nations and you will see the puppeteers at work. They install leaders who serve their interests, not the needs of the people. They use debt as a weapon, forcing nations to adopt policies that cripple local industries and benefit foreign corporations. And when a leader dares to challenge their hegemony, they are swiftly removed, their voices silenced through sanctions, coups, or even assassination. This is not democracy, it is neo-colonialism, a sophisticated form of control that masquerades as freedom. But the people of Africa are waking up. They are recognizing the strings that bind them, and they are starting to cut them, one by one. Section 5. Reclaiming the narrative. The spirit of Africa is unbreakable. Despite the challenges, a new generation is rising. They are tech-savvy, globally connected, and fiercely proud of their heritage. They are reclaiming their narrative, sharing their stories, and challenging the stereotypes that have held Africa back for far too long. The time has come for Africa to fulfill its potential, to break free from the shackles of exploitation and write its own destiny. This is not a struggle for Africans alone, it is a struggle for justice, for equality, for the very soul of humanity. Let us stand with Africa. Let us amplify their voices. Let us help them dismantle this secret society and create a future where Africa's light shines brightly for all the world to see. Gap 3S, Section 6, The Dawn of Innovation. In recent years, Africa has emerged as a powerhouse of technological advancements and innovations. From the bustling tech hubs of Nairobi and Lagos to the innovative minds in Cape Town and Kigali, the continent is on the cusp of a technological renaissance. Gap 2S, African startups are making waves on the global stage, with groundbreaking solutions in fintech, health tech, and renewable energy. The mobile money revolution, led by platforms like M-Pesa, has transformed the financial landscape, providing millions with access to banking services for the first time. Gap 2S. Across the continent, young innovators are harnessing the power of technology to solve local challenges. In Ghana, drones are delivering medical supplies to remote areas, saving countless lives. In Rwanda, solar energy projects are lighting up rural communities, paving the way for sustainable development. Gap 2S. These advancements are not just technological, they represent a shift in mindset. Africa is no longer seen as a continent in need of aid, but as a land of opportunity and ingenuity. This new wave of innovation is driven by a generation that believes in their potential and is determined to shape their own future. Gap 2S. As the world watches, Africa's innovators are proving that the continent is not just a follower, but a leader in the global tech arena. The dawn of innovation is here, and it is shining brightly from the heart of Africa. Gap 2S. Let us celebrate these achievements, support these pioneers, and recognize that the future of technology is intertwined with the future of Africa. Together we can build a world where innovation knows no boundaries and where Africa's light continues to shine ever brighter. Gap 3S, Section 7, Guardians of the Green. As Africa strides forward in technological innovation, it also faces the critical task of preserving its unique and diverse ecosystems. The continent is home to some of the world's most iconic wildlife and vast natural landscapes, from the Serengeti Plains to the Congo rainforest. However, these treasures are under threat from deforestation, poaching, and climate change. Gap 2S. Across Africa, communities and organizations are rising to the challenge of environmental conservation. In Kenya, the Masai Mara conservancies are a testament to the power of community-led conservation. Local tribes are working hand-in-hand with conservationists to protect wildlife corridors and ensure sustainable land use. Gap 2S. In South Africa, the fight against rhino poaching has seen innovative technological solutions, such as drone surveillance and DNA tracking, to safeguard these majestic creatures. Similarly, in Madagascar, efforts to restore the island's unique biodiversity are underway, with reforestation projects aiming to revive lost habitats and protect endangered species. Gap 2S. The Great Green Wall Initiative is another monumental endeavor spanning across the Sahel region. This ambitious project aims to combat desertification by planting a mosaic of trees and vegetation, creating a natural barrier against the encroaching Sahara Desert. It promises not only to restore degraded lands but also to provide food security and jobs for millions of people. Gap 2S. Yet, the road to environmental conservation is fraught with challenges. Climate change poses a significant threat, causing unpredictable weather patterns and impacting agriculture and water resources. Additionally, the pressures of economic development often clash with conservation efforts, requiring a delicate balance between growth and sustainability. Gap 2S. Despite these challenges, Africa's commitment to conservation is unwavering. From grassroots initiatives to international collaborations, the continent is demonstrating resilience and innovation in its quest to protect its natural heritage. Gap 2S. As we look to the future, it is clear that environmental conservation in Africa is not just about preserving the past, but securing a sustainable future for generations to come. By supporting these efforts, we can ensure that Africa's natural beauty and biodiversity continue to thrive, enriching our world and inspiring global conservation movements. Gap 2S. Let us stand with Africa's guardians of the green and celebrate their dedication to nurturing the land that sustains us all. Voiceover. As Africa's story of innovation and conservation unfolds, another powerful narrative emerges, one led by the indomitable spirit of African women. These matriarchs of change are breaking barriers and redefining leadership across the continent. Gap 2S. From the bustling markets of Lagos to the remote villages of Malawi, African women are at the forefront of social change. They are educators, entrepreneurs, activists, and political leaders who are transforming their communities and countries. Gap 2S. In Rwanda, where women hold over 60% of parliamentary seats, the nation stands as a beacon of gender equality in politics. This remarkable achievement is a testament to the resilience and determination of Rwandan women, who have played a crucial role in the country's recovery and progress post-genocide. Gap 2S. Across the continent, women are also pioneering in business and technology. In Nigeria, women-led startups are driving innovation in fintech, agriculture, and healthcare, providing solutions that address local challenges and create new opportunities. These entrepreneurs are not just building businesses, they are empowering other women through mentorship and community support. Gap 2S. In the realm of social activism, women are leading movements for human rights, environmental justice, and education. Figures like Wangari Maathai, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate from Kenya, have inspired generations with their unwavering commitment to environmental conservation and women's empowerment. Her legacy lives on through initiatives such as the Greenbelt movement, which continues to promote sustainable development and gender equality. Gap 2S. Education remains a critical area where African women are making a significant impact. Organizations like CAMFED are transforming the lives of young girls by providing access to education and leadership training. These efforts are breaking the cycle of poverty and empowering the next generation of female leaders. Gap 2S. Yet the journey is not without its challenges. Gender-based violence, limited access to education, and economic disparities continue to hinder progress. However, African women are undeterred. Their resilience and ability to mobilize communities are driving change at both grassroots and national levels. Gap 2S. As we celebrate the achievements of African women, it is essential to recognize their vital role in shaping the continent's future. Their leadership, vision, and courage are not only transforming Africa but also inspiring the world. Gap 2S. Let us honor these matriarchs of change and support their efforts to create a more just, equitable, and prosperous society for all. Together we can amplify their voices and ensure that the future of Africa is one where women and men walk side by side, leading the continent towards a brighter, more inclusive tomorrow. Voiceover. Beyond Africa's borders lies a powerful force that continues to shape the continent's destiny: the African diaspora. Comprising millions of people spread across the globe, the diaspora remains deeply connected to their roots, contributing to Africa's development in profound ways. Gap 2S. From the bustling streets of New York to the vibrant communities in London, African diasporans are leveraging their skills, resources, and networks to foster growth and innovation back home. They are entrepreneurs, academics, artists, and activists who are bridging the gap between continents, bringing fresh perspectives and expertise to Africa's evolving landscape. Gap 2S. Remittances from the diaspora play a crucial role in the continent's economy, injecting billions of dollars annually into local communities. These funds support education, healthcare, and small businesses, driving economic stability and growth. But beyond financial contributions, the diaspora's impact is seen in knowledge transfer and capacity building. Gap 2S. Initiatives like the African Diaspora Network and the African Union's Diaspora Division are creating platforms for collaboration and investment. These efforts are fostering partnerships that promote sustainable development and innovation. In fields such as technology, medicine, and education, diaspora professionals are sharing their expertise, mentoring young talent, and establishing institutions that drive progress. Gap 2S. Cultural exchange is another vital aspect of the diaspora's influence. African artists, musicians, and writers living abroad are reshaping global perceptions of Africa through their work. They celebrate the continent's rich heritage while challenging stereotypes and advocating for social justice. This cultural renaissance is strengthening Africa's global identity and inspiring pride among the youth. Gap 2S. The diaspora also plays a pivotal role in advocacy and policy making. Organizations like the African Diaspora Policy Center are working to ensure that the voices of diasporans are heard in international forums. They are championing causes such as human rights, climate action, and economic equity, amplifying Africa's presence on the world stage. Gap 2S. However, the relationship between the diaspora and the continent is not without its complexities. Issues such as brain drain and the challenge of reintegration for returning professionals remain significant, yet the potential for positive impact is immense, and efforts to harness this potential are gaining momentum. Gap 2S. As we look to the future, it is clear that the African diaspora holds a unique and powerful position in shaping the continent's trajectory. Their contributions, both tangible and intangible, are vital to Africa's growth and transformation. By fostering stronger connections and collaborative efforts, we can unlock new opportunities for development and innovation. Gap 2S. Let us celebrate the enduring bond between Africa and its diaspora, recognizing their invaluable contributions and supporting initiatives that strengthen these ties. Together, we can build a future where the African continent and its global diaspora work hand in hand, driving progress and prosperity for all. Voiceover. Africa's cultural renaissance is a powerful testament to the continent's enduring spirit and creativity. This resurgence is not only transforming the cultural landscape within Africa, but also making a profound impact on global arts and entertainment. Gap 2S. Across the world, African music, cinema, fashion, and literature are gaining unprecedented recognition and respect. Artists like Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Angelique Kidjo are topping international charts, bringing Afrobeats and other African genres to a global audience. Their music, infused with rich traditional rhythms and contemporary flair, is breaking boundaries and uniting people across cultures. Gap 2S. African cinema is also on the rise, with filmmakers like Ava DuVernay and Wanuri Kahiu creating compelling narratives that challenge stereotypes and celebrate African stories. Nollywood, the Nigerian film industry, has become a major player on the global stage, producing films that resonate with audiences worldwide. This cinematic boom is not only generating economic opportunities but also reshaping the global narrative about Africa. Gap 2S. In the world of fashion, designers like Oswald Boateng and Duro Olowu are making waves with their innovative and culturally inspired creations. African fashion is celebrated for its vibrant colors, intricate patterns, and sustainable practices. Fashion weeks in cities like Lagos and Johannesburg are attracting international attention, positioning Africa as a hub of creativity and style. Gap 2S. Literature from the continent is also flourishing, with authors like Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, and Tsitsi Dangarembga garnering critical acclaim. Their works offer profound insights into African experiences, history, and identity, enriching global literature and sparking important conversations. Gap 2S. This cultural renaissance is more than just artistic expression, it is a powerful force for social change. Through their work, African artists and creators are advocating for social justice, environmental sustainability, and cultural pride. They are challenging colonial legacies and reclaiming their narratives, inspiring new generations to embrace their heritage and envision a brighter future. Gap 2S. The influence of Africa's cultural renaissance extends beyond the arts. It is fostering a sense of unity and pride among Africans and the diaspora, strengthening bonds and creating a shared vision for the future. This cultural movement is a beacon of hope, demonstrating the continent's resilience and potential. Gap 2S. As we celebrate Africa's cultural renaissance, let us recognize the invaluable contributions of its artists, creators, and visionaries. Their work is not only enriching our world but also paving the way for a more inclusive and vibrant global culture. By supporting and amplifying these voices, we can ensure that Africa's cultural legacy continues to inspire and transform for generations to come.